Hey guys, welcome to another Rocket League video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about ways to make your game just a little bit better, to make you a pro, so to speak, at Rocket League. Now, I have 6 things which I want to talk about. I think the first one is one of the biggest ones that I see people online play, or when they're playing, or I see gameplay of different people playing, and they miss this all the time. And this thing is turn the camera rumble off. In the settings menu, there's a rumble setting. I'm not sure whereabouts it is, but if you go and find it in the settings menu, you'll be able to turn it off. And it just makes things so much clearer. Because whenever you use your boost, the camera will rumble and it will sort of go a bit crazy. And in the default settings, that's on and that stays on. And there are also loads of other things on the in the settings that you can alter and change. Like you've got the FOV and all the different settings that you can change. Because this was also supposed to be a PC game, and normally in PC games they have lots of different settings and stuff you can fiddle about with. But that's a big one for me. As soon as I turn the camera rumble off, my game improved instantly. I didn't have to think about, or I didn't have to worry about not being able to see the ball because the camera's going a bit crazy. So that's number one. Turn the camera rumble off if you want to improve your game. That's one of the things you should do, I think. Now, the second one is you have teammates. You have people to help you. So don't run in like some sort of crazed maniac trying to score every goal you possibly can. You have teammates that will set up goals for you, even if they're not speaking to you and they're not talking to you. You can still use the chat boxes to speak to people and to tell them what you're going to do. So I see it. The only time I really see team play in this game is when people say they're going to defend, or they say take the shot or whatever in the chat menu. But you have to remember that you have teammates. So if the more you run in like a lone gun, the more mistakes you're going to make, and the more you're going to make your teammates' job harder. That's providing that you are actually playing with teammates. So these tips are normally if you have 2, 3, 4 teammates with you. That's number 2. Remember you have teammates, remember to use them, and don't go for every single shot. Normally if you have spatial awareness, you can tell that you'll have a teammate behind you that has a better chance of hitting that ball than you. So if you try and go for it and you glance it and it goes off somewhere, and the other team grab the ball and they smash it in, that was all you. It was on you because you denied one of your teammates a better shot. So that's that one. Now the number 3 is remember the defense. Now this is a big one, and it's stuff. Because I played about a day of the game, a day and a bit maybe, in total. And people most of the time, they forget that they need to defend. And it's not on the person. Say someone in the chat box says, I'm going to defend. You have to make sure you're going to defend as well. So say your team, the other team, they grab the ball, they have it, they hit it forward towards your goal. Don't stand around. Get into goal, or try and get the ball off them any way you can. Try and knock the ball out of their way. If they're just about to hit the ball, try to position yourself in front of that ball and the goal, so you can stop that. You can get that dead. You don't have to worry about that. It's one of those things that it obviously makes sense. When you think about it, it makes perfect sense. But it's things like that stop you from conceding goals that you don't need to concede. Now, number 4. Don't rush towards the ball. This is the biggest one, because normally, or sometimes, you see whole other teams. They'll I don't know. The ball goes into the corner on their side, or on the opposite side. So you're looking for the pass. You can get the pass if you want to, but don't rush the ball. You'll have like every other member of your team in that corner, and even if you do get the pass off, who's there to actually pick up the goal? No one. You have to know that if your teammate's running towards that ball, you leave it. And you stay back and you get ready for that ball to come in so you can score. And vice versa as well. If you're the one closer to the ball, chances are you're going to be the one that has to go for it. So the onus is on your teammates to not rush as well. Plus, you can mess each other up as well. Like, if one person if all three of you go for the ball, no one actually has any idea where the ball's going to go or end up. It could go anywhere. Well, that's number 4. Don't rush the ball. And essentially, number 4 is don't be a ball hog. Like, don't think that you're the only one playing. You have other teammates that are not even just from a fun perspective, but just from a general perspective as well. You have teammates that want to play. If you're going to be that guy that keeps hitting that ball and not letting your teammates have a go, you're going to be a dick. And no one wants to be a dick. Now, number 5 is when the ball bounces off at the bottom. This is a common one as well. Is around the edge of the ring, around the edge of the map. Let's see if I can do this here. Soft attack. No, I don't want to be attached. Whoa, I'm underneath the map. Oh my god. Okay, so you see this lip here, or the lip around the edge of the pitch. If the ball is rolling and hits that, don't try and grab it. Don't try and rush towards the ball and, grab that goal, because it's not going to happen. You're not going to be able to hit that ball in time. Let's rewind this. Oh, where am I? Okay, this is messing up. So yeah, if it's going to roll and it's going to go up, the chances are you're not going to be able to hit the ball. If you're boosting towards it and you think you can hit it before it hits the bottom of the lip, don't even bother, because it's not going to work. You're going to end up messing it up or just smashing yourself into the wall, and it's just going to be a shit show. You don't need to do that. Okay, now that one's sort of a side thing as well, and another thing with that is don't go for the ball if you know you're not going to get it. If you think there's a chance you might be able to get it, then go for it, without a doubt. But don't try and get the ball for no reason, I guess, is the thing I'm trying to say. Because if you hit the ball and it just goes nowhere, then what's the point, Right, I need to sort this out a bit. There we go. Okay, so that's sort of a trailing one there on number 5. But the last one is when your teammate, or when your team doesn't have the ball, go back. Defend. If none of your teammates are anywhere near the ball, and neither are you need to get back and defend. Because if you don't defend, they're going to score, and you're going to concede, and no one wants that. So defense is another one, another big one. And I suppose there is a side one. I wouldn't call it part of that. So there's the 6 main things that I'd say to get better at Rocket League. Practice is obviously another one. You need to practice with the computer opponents, with real opponents. Just try and work things out, see how you work best. With me personally, I work best working as a semi-midfielder goalkeeper role, which sounds very odd, but I like to operate in our own half, and then when the ball comes out, I can hit it back in, keep the game going, make sure I get the passes in towards my teammates, and then when I feel like we've got an advantage, then I can push the ball and attack. The other thing as well is don't overreach yourself, because there are some people, some expert players on this game, really good guys on YouTube that are really good at those aerial jumps. Don't attempt those aerial jumps unless you know you're going to do it, because if you're in a game, the worst thing you can do is go and run up for that ball, overshoot it or undershoot it, or just in general just mess up, and then you're completely out of the play. And because you've jumped and you've tried to get that ball, you're going to end up miles, and you're going to be nowhere near the actual action, and it's going to mess up for you in the long run. So don't overreach yourself. Try and stick to what you know first, and then once you get good at the game and you get your timing down, you can start pulling off big aerial hits and all that lovely stuff, which is awesome. One more thing as well. I know I said there's only 6, but the sort of side notes that I'm thinking of now. The wall. Make sure you use the wall, because not like you can see there, using the wall is ideal for getting to the ball without having to use some massive aerial hit. You can just jump off the wall, hit the ball, and get it out of the way. And yeah, I mean, those are the main ones. Obviously, you got the pretty standard stuff like always have boost. That goes without saying, because you always need boost for everything, for defending, for attacking, for just getting to the right position. Positioning is another one as well. See, thinking about all this stuff now. Position yourself in a way that you're facing the ball. If you find yourself in their half, aiming towards the ball, and you're aiming towards the ball and you're aiming towards your own goal, you're in the wrong position. Move. Even if you have every intention of like knocking the ball to the side or whatever, move. Don't stay there, because it's going to end up, it's going to bounce off you, it's going to go in, it's going to be sucky. Another thing as well is, say I said 6, but yeah, here we go. The practice, using the training tools on Rocket League is really good, especially for learning aerial hits and learning where to hit the ball and where it's going to go if you hit the ball in certain areas. So if you hit the ball in bottom left, it's going to veer off to the right, and it's going to have spin and all that lovely stuff that mainly is just not common sense, I wouldn't say, but you know, it's common sense as it comes. But the main one is have fun. Like, even if you're losing, if you're down, I don't know, 3-0 or 3-0 for the American viewers, use that as an opportunity to get a comeback. Don't look at it as you've lost, and especially don't rage quit. So many people rage quit, and it just ruins the game for everyone else, because I've been down 5 goals in certain games and we've come back and we've got to 5-5, and in overtime we won. Another thing with overtime as well is be very, very cautious in overtime. Don't spam ahead unless you know that your team are good enough to deal with the repercussions of spamming ahead, because if you spam ahead, they come back, they attack, they counter attack, bang, you've lost the game, and you can't afford to lose that goal because it's overtime. But yeah, that's my brief explanation, or you know, semi-ramble on how to be better at Rocket League. But like I say, just having fun is the main one. As long as you're having fun, you'll be good, you know? You don't have to worry about losing. If you lose, you lose. If you win, you win. It's just part of fun, isn't it? But yeah, I thought I'd make this video because, you know, it might help some people. But the big one is turn camera rumble off, because I was, I don't know, sort of semi-good before, and as soon as I turned the camera rumble off, my game improved exponentially, or pretty much instantly. So yeah, I hope that helps some people, and stay strong and be cool, guys. Peace.